What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
What's good tonight? Right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating a drink.
Look a damn mess. Just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. Not sit outside in the middle of Satan's nutsack. Houston, Texas, where it's 1,000,000 degrees. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up? It's me, L Teddy 27, and I'm back. We're here for another review. This is going to be our review, ladies and gentlemen, for The Real Hot Boys Houston. This is season 1. It is episode 4. It is entitled Mind Sweeper. Now, screw it. I ain't going to even say all that. Let's just get right down to it. We start off with Sherrod in the green screen, trying to explain how August and Braylon came to stir the pot. Came and brought a big spoon to stir the pot. But the thing about it is, like I said last week, yeah, they might be stirring the pot, but hey, boo-boo, hey, doll baby, you put all of the ingredients in that pot for them to stir. So if they didn't have anything to stir, they'd be looking like fools. But since you gave them the ingredients that they needed to stir up a big bowl of mess, then that's what they're doing. Anyway, this is and then I noticed this is episode 4, but the credits said episode 3. Y'all go back and check. Just saying. The credits said episode 3, but this is episode 4. Anyway, we still at Taco Tuesday. Messy Molly August is still doing what he do. He found a way to make it about himself. And, all the while simultaneously driving the bus back and forth all over Sherrod and Deandre. I mean, he was going forward and reversing it. Baby, he threw them down on that good asphalt ground and commits to rolling over, forward, back. I mean, they were just rolling over them with that bus. A mess. Now, here's my thing. Then he threw out this whole, my brother friend died and looking for sympathy, but boom, you can't be simultaneously rolling the bus back and forth over these people and then trying to garner sympathy from them at the same time. That's not how this works. That's not how sympathy is garnered. What ends up happening is it makes people feel some kind of way now every time you mention, not that it's not a bad situation and not that people should not have sympathy for you, but when you do people like this and you do ambush people like this, or you try to throw people under the bus like this, and then because you see that people are feeling some kind of way and now you try to introduce some situation to kind of garner some sympathy, it's not going to work. And then from that point on, it kind of makes people feel some kind of way every time you try to mention that situation. And it truly is a situation where someone should have sympathy and feel bad for you, but they don't want to do that because now you're using it just because you done fucked up and you done made, a messy situation, and now you're trying to use that to try and change the atmosphere. No, it's too late now. You done drove this bus over these people backwards and forward. Nope. Anyway, Braylon started jumping in. Braylon, you should have just shut the fuck up. I don't even know why you started talking and got yourself in that situation. Mama girl, you should have sat your ass over there in the corner, fixed you another good drink, and sat over there and been like, this ain't my problem, because it wasn't your fight. It was not your fight. And you're trying to get into this friend group and you're trying to be friends with these people. And you looking like somebody who they probably don't want to have in this friend group. You should have just stayed quiet. Baby, Messy Molly decides she's going to check out and go outside. Baby, when Ashton said, and I quote, "Step outside and let that scalp breathe." When I tell you I did like Jesus, I had my arms up, tilted my head to the side, and said, "And giveth up the ghost." Because, baby, I was sitting on the glory. Baby, I had to pause the video and holler for about 5 good minutes because I hollered when Ashton said that. I said, "Jesus, keep me near the cross. There's a precious fountain free to all. The healing stream flows from Calvary's mountain." Ooh, Jesus. That took me up, honey. Anyway, then there were antics on and on and on. You know what? We've been calling Braylon a quote-unquote acting coach. Maybe he is an acting coach because this acting job that young man August was trying to put on Mama girl August was over there putting in her best work to get somebody's Emmy or Tony Award or something, honey, or Oscar. Baby, she was trying to put in Oscar winning performances, honey. I was like, baby, she was outside. And I'm mad production. Y'all didn't give up because y'all showed the video, but y'all didn't give us the audio. I'm mad y'all didn't give us the audio. Because Mama Girl was outside crying and carrying on. After you had all this smoke on the inside, girl, I don't respect those kind of people. I have no respect. And this is just a personal thing. So y'all should just, not for everybody, it's just me, just as a personal pet peeve. I don't like the people who 1 second you over there ranting, raving, cussing, fussing, fighting, and carrying on. Because you big Billy badass in one moment. And then the next moment you outside crying and carrying on. And now you looking for sympathy and for people to hug you. Girl, I would have pushed you down the damn balcony. Girl, you would have reached to hug me and I would have slid to the side and let you fall right on down the good balcony. I mean, not really. I'm just saying proverbially because we don't want anybody to fall off the balcony and die because we don't want that for anybody. Just saying. Just jokes, August, because you girls are real sensitive. Girl, child, I got to preface my jokes on my videos now because these girls be real sensitive. When we do that, child, I apologize, subscribers, but we've gotten to the day in 2020 now when you make a review video and you roasting and gagging, and now you got to preface jokes and you got to try and cushion a joke for girls because they can't take a good joke. these new school girls, they don't know the routine. They new school, honey, child. Orange slices and participation trophy generation, child. Anyway, girl. So I mean that carrying on, that crying and shit was a damn mess. Just a damn mess. But whatever, honey. They had brunch the next day. So when DeAndre gets to the brunch, um, he and Ashton have a conversation about Ashton being fake. And it stems around Ken and the beef that is going on between Ken and DeAndre and him feeling like Ashton acts and says something different when he's around DeAndre and Jordan than he is when he's around Ken. Now, I remember episodes 1 and 2 where I kept saying, well, why does Ken have a problem with DeAndre and Jordan specifically? Girl, we got our answers to that. We'll tell you in just a second, honey. Now it all makes sense, honey. It all makes sense. Anyway, so Ashton, I noticed, and I kind of I fixated on this moment, and I paused because I was rewinding and just circling back these couple minutes because I watched Ashton. And at that moment where DeAndre was going in on him and DeAndre was telling him how he was fake and this, that, and the third, I noticed that Ashton kind of like recoiled back in and just like kind of checked out. And Ashton was like, mm-mm. He kind of shut down and said, I'm just keep it cute. I'm just let y'all go on. And I empathize. I didn't sympathize. I empathized with Ashton because in my close circle of friends, I am the nucleus like that where everybody met because of me and everybody's attached to each other because of me. And I know what that's like because when you are the nucleus like that, what ends up happening is all faults or any problems point back to the nucleus. Every time somebody has a problem, they go, oh, they got to go back to the nucleus. Every situation comes back to the nucleus. So when they got problems, they're going to come. And when somebody wants to talk about issues that come in the friend group, what usually ends up happening is all fingers get pointed at the nucleus. All, venom and vitriol is directed at the nucleus. And sometimes as that nucleus, because you don't want to shatter this friend group and break apart the friend group, you don't get to emote and really express yourself the way you want to. Sometimes you just want to, just dish it out and cuss people out and go off for the old, new, past, present, beginning, and end. Alpha to Omega, Genesis to Revelations, like everybody else does. But because you are the nucleus, you are the mechanism by which this whole piece hangs together. You are that cog that keeps the whole structure together. You sometimes got to say, you know what, y'all go ahead, have at it. A lot of times your facial expressions will give you away, but you aren't authentically able to emote like you want to because if I just really went in and went off on these people like they're going off on me, the entirety of the friendship group would be split up. And rather than me sacrifice that, I'm gonna just sit back and just say, you know what, y'all go ahead. Y'all want to go in on me, go ahead, have at it, have a ball. So because I've been in that situation so many times over. You sit there, you really just not give your emotions out to try to spare somebody else's feelings, all the while neglecting your own, all the while never having your own feelings, entertained or having your own feelings expressed. I was here for Ashton. I was there in spirit with you. I know what you felt like. Anyway, DeAndre says he ain't going to this because now they're not going to Miami no more because Miami, mind you, I think they said they were going to Miami in July. I went to Miami. I'm from Miami, and I went to Miami during 4th of July weekend, and I was there. And I mean, there was curfews, there was restrictions, but there were still places that you could go. There was curfews at night, but there were still places that you can go, and you did have to social distance, you did have to have on your mask and all of that stuff, but there were still things that you could do. I think they still could have had a good time, but they decided to go to Atlanta because the state of Georgia said, "Fuck you, fuck your life." Everything is wide ass open, which is why Georgia is one of the top 5 states now in terms of COVID-19. That's a whole nother political story we can have on another live. Anyway, so they going to Atlanta now, or as we like to call it, COVID Con. Anyway. So then we see Ken and Deandre meet up. If I'm going to meet up at Grand Lux, I'm going inside this good air-conditioned, nice restaurant with good food and eat in air condition. Not sit outside in the middle of Satan's nutsack, Houston, Texas, where it's 1,000,000 degrees in the middle of July. And you could see that they were profusely sweating, trying so hard to keep, the sweat off their face and everything. Child, y'all better than me. Child, I couldn't have did it. Anyway, I noticed a pattern here with Deandre. I'm noticing the alleged introvert. Deandre, if you go back to episode 1, go back to episode 3, and go back to this episode, Deandre be getting pretty reckless with his words and with his mouth. There's a lot of venom and vitriol being spewed all over the place about people. And when he's called out about it, I noticed, and he's called to the carpet about it, now he gets very defensive and he tries to act like he didn't deliver it in that type of manner, as if it wasn't that bad. That's not how I said it. No, boo, that's how you said it. And that's how you meant it. But you're being called on the carpet now, and now you're trying to soften the blow and make it seem like you didn't really say it like that, or you didn't really mean it like that, when in the moment, yes, you did. Yes, you did. But anyway, that's what he tried to do with Ken, and Ken saw right through it and was like, "Girl, try again. I don't believe nothing you telling me. I was here for it, Ken. I was here for it." Anyway, so here's what we find out. We find out that Ken used to fuck. I don't know if they was dating, but Ken, remember how they talked about how Ken and Jordan used to be on the phone 2-3 hours at a time all the time? And I said to myself, that don't sound like friend relationship. That sound like motherfuckers who get busted down. Come to find out, that's what was happening. Ken was busting Jordan down, busting him down. Now, we also find out that Ken and Deandre was getting bust down. I'm not getting bust down, but having 2 and 3 hour conversations as well. I wonder if they was busting each other down as well. But hopefully we might find that out later, honey. Anyway, but we know Ken was fucking Jordan, or Jordan was fucking Ken. Whoever, somebody was fucking somebody. They was busting each other down. Jordan apparently must have left Ken and decided to go get bust down by Deandre, because as we can see, Jordan has a type. He likes dark chocolate. So now he's getting bust down by Deandre, according to Ken. So that tells us why there was this falling out between Ken, Jordan, and Deandre. It all makes sense. Of course you're going to fall out, because you done took my whole bust down away from me, and now y'all busted each other down, and I ain't got my bust down no more. Child, a mess. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, Deandre then tells Ken that Ashton is the one who been being all fake, because Ashton sent him screenshots of Ken, of messages between Ken and him, and Ashton said, "Why is this man trying to be friends with me? I ain't trying to be friends with him." But then Ashton turned right back around and go back channel to Ken and try to be friends with Ken and make up with Ken, and he don't understand it because that's fake and phony to him. And Ken was like, "Ashton, you around here sending screenshots of text messages? Boo boo, boo boo, boo boo." You don't want to do that, because I got some good screenshots of you, dear one, that you don't want no parts of. Anyway, they had this whole conversation. You can see they edited a lot out of their conversation. It was a whole lot of edits, which means there was a whole lot more discussed that we are not privy to. Child, girl, child. I would love to know what was edited out. Anyway, it ended from there, because Ken said he had to go shopping with August and Ashton. Now, everybody Ken, this is my synopsis as we're ending this video. Everybody seems to have a problem with Ken, so says Ken. I usually find in those types of situations, see how they try to paint Ashton as the whore who done had sex with everybody? I bet you Ken done dipped his spoon in everybody's sugar bowl down to the Houston in this little friend group. And that's why all the girls are upset. Because all the girls must have liked the way that spoon was dipped in that sugar bowl, and they want more. And obviously they jealous that somebody else is getting that spoon dipped in their sugar bowl, and they're not. That's usually how these things go in these circles. I ain't telling you that's 100% true, but if I'm lying, members of the Hot Boys Houston, y'all can get down in the comment sections and clarify me. And maybe that's how I'm not asking August got to the friend group, because now August I heard about this spoon being dipped in sugar bowls, and he heard that it might be an extra large spoon. He ain't no little teaspoon. Baby, he got a tablespoon that he's dipping down in this sugar bowl, and he wants to have a spoon dipped in his sugar bowl as well. Child, girl, child, we'll find out. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all this week. Until next week, that's all I got. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.